Welcome to Meeting of the Moms, a place to talk about all the things. I'm Lorna Adams. I'm a wife, mom, and certified life coach. I think being with people makes anything a party. Thanks for coming to ours. I'm here with my good friend Amy. For years, we've spent the early morning hours running and talking together before diving into our days.
Hey, I'm Amy Rasmussen. I'm a teacher by profession, a wife and mother by choice, an optimist by nature, and happy by design. Here at Moms, we believe the world is wide open to all of us and that we have unlimited potential. We're so glad you're here.
In this Mini Moms, I give you a quick explanation of how to get started with 3 tools we mention often: declarations, mission statements, and the Kelly roll technique.
Some different ways to fill your brain intentionally. One would be declarations, where you come up with some statements. It can be few or many that you want to be telling yourself. And a good place to start with something like this would be like a quote that's inspiring to you, or some favorite scriptures, maybe even your patriarchal blessing. Those things you hear and you're like, yeah, I want to be like that, or I want to do that. You can start there, and then you can take exactly the quote like it is, and you can put it in first person. So you're saying I, not people or they, but you're saying I, and then you make it present tense. For example, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do it unto you. Then I could change that and I could say, I do to others as I want them to do to me. So that is how you would do that. And then you want to say it to yourself regularly, and daily works really well. If you're like me and you have a lot, then you do different ones on different days because otherwise it's too long.
Declarations were introduced to me by Jackie Sorensen from Lioness at the Door. She and I recorded 5 podcast episodes about declarations several years ago. You can find those on YouTube at Lioness at the Door. They're episodes 9 through 13.
Another thing you can do is you can begin writing a mission statement. For a more in-depth look at that, you can probably Google, or you could go to 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and maybe look it up in the index or the table of contents for kind of a guided way to write a mission statement. But if you want to just start without going to any more resources, you can write a mission statement with just a sentence, I am blank, and fill in that blank. So my example from the recording had to do with I am a runner. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, who would ever say that? And then I realized, but I run. I guess I am a runner. And so to just suspend disbelief for a little bit and to think about, what am I doing every day that maybe I could fill in that blank with? Whether that's like, I am a happy parent. And maybe someone's like, oh, you're also always so happy with your kids. And you're like, whatever, did you see me 5 seconds ago? But instead you can take that and you can use it if it's something that you desire. So that would be a starting place for mission statement.
I first learned about personal mission statements in my 20s when I read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. If you want more direction for writing your own mission statement, you can Google 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, writing your own mission statement.
And then finally, you could try out the Kelly roll technique. And the starting place for that is to think about a role that you want to take on. And it can even be a role you're already in. So for me, I was thinking about, like, what role do I want to fill for my senior in high school? What role do I want to fill for my freshman in high school? And what role do I want to fill for my 10-year-old? And what came out of that whole thing is I have a title for my oldest, I have a title for my middle child, and for my youngest, I was like, he just needs a mom, but I need a fun word. So it was like, I am his momsy. And that for me worked, but that one sentence allows me to just kind of put myself where I want to be in relation to him, because he doesn't need the same mom that a senior does. A senior needs like a counselor.
The idea of personal scripts is part of the Kelly roll technique, which was introduced to me by a parent coach at parentguidance.org. You can find more information about it by Googling Kelly roll technique or by Googling fixed role therapy.
Thanks for coming to Meeting of the Moms. We hope it made your load a little lighter. We'd love to hear what's on your mind. Send your celebrations, takeaways, and suggestions for future topics to momswithamyandlorna@gmail.com.
If you enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe. If this isn't the right fit for you, we wish you well on your journey. Until next time, I'm Amy Rasmussen.
And I'm Lorna Adams. See you next week at Moms.